to tell you stories, and you don't need to look at anything, you need to look at me, connect with the stories, and listen, and hopefully interact. My research focused on two women activists from Saudi Arabia and their different approaches to activism. The reason I initially focused on the first activist, Manal Asharif. You may have heard her as one of the women behind the Women to Drive campaign in Saudi Arabia that took place in 2011. And I initially was planning to just focus on her approach to activism and present that in reputational context. Then I came across another activist who lives in the United States. Her name is Ferial Masri, and she made a film about her mother. And when I came across that film, I knew right away that it had to be a comparative analysis because the two women had a lot in common and many important differences, and I thought it was a good opportunity to look at activism as a way of damaging or boosting reputations in cultural context. To begin with, both women come from Mecca, which is important. First of all, because we are talking about a reputation of the entire city and the specific culture and community of that specific city. And each city in Saudi Arabia, as well as many other countries, has a specific context that should be looked at separately, especially in that society. In both cases, there were several themes that emerged as after I read the book and watched the film. The themes included family. It was central to both stories, actually. Egypt. There was a connection to Egypt, and the importance of education. Education plays a very strong role in both narratives. So let's start with Manal. Manal Asharif is younger. She grew up in Saudi Arabia after the infamous incident with the takeover of the Grand Mosque in the late 1970s, which resulted in a political alliance between ultra-conservative clergy, the Muslim Brotherhood, and the royal family, essentially for security reasons. And it resulted in placement of various forms of social restrictions on the entire society, but affecting women especially. The society already had conservative, cultural, tribal elements, but it was also fairly diverse up until this point. But after the imposition of these restrictions, this conservative ideology permeated the education system and resulted in basically the society itself closing off on many different levels. The story of Manal takes place in that context. She talks a lot about her family and the role that they have played. Her mother is an immigrant from Libya, from a wealthy family, but not educated because her family was very conservative. But she places a great deal of importance on the education of her three children. And this is a driving theme throughout the entire story. Manal talks a great deal about her personal experience that brought her to the point of activism, and she discusses her life in terms of, in very personal terms. She talks about the abuse she suffered at the hands of her